guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is your 2025 Love Tarot forecast. So what that means is we're looking forward into 2025. This will kick off here with a Prairie Majesty Oracle. This oracle gives you a word for the year ahead, a totem, and a thought or question to ponder. Let's see what comes through for you, Cancer. Ooh, how appropriate. Your word for the year is defend. Your totem is a badger. And your question to ponder is, am I fully claiming my authority? And I love that the badger even has a little crown on their head. So, these readings, I set the intention that it is mainly for the sun, the sign proper meaning. This isn't really great for the cross-watcher to claim as their own. It's fine for you to watch, I guess it can, for some, come through reversed, but that's not the intention I set. So, we're speaking to Cancerians. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus is fine. Your word defend seems so appropriate since Cancerians have that hard shell to protect and defend them from the hard world around them. But I love your question. Am I fully claiming my authority? Okay. So defending your position, defending your emotions, defending your authority. So not really being defensive and not defending in any sort of passive-aggressive way. It's from a position of authority. I love the crown. So we might have some queen energy, king energy coming through in this reading. We'll be looking for that. Before I jump in and do the spread, I have been noticing some things coming through in the comments. These readings can be triggering because, first of all, they're for the collective. They're not private readings. I say that all the time. It's for the collective. It's not a personal reading. And it may be different than the readings you've been getting from me all along, which tend to, for some of you that have been following me for a while, I check in with your energies as we go along. And then this one, I'm telling you that there's something you need to release from 2024 that you really shouldn't take with you into 2025. I do love tarot readings. That's what we're here for. And some of you are getting real triggered by these readings. If you feel the need to come into the comments and your first word is no, then it's not your reading, okay? And by the way, we're in Mercury retrograde, so maybe hold that thought, because I'm not going to post it. I hold comments for just that reason. I'm not going to take your attacks. Nope, I'm not available for that. And repeat offenders, I'm just going to block. So I'm starting off that way because I've been taking a lot of abuse, and I'm not available for that. There's nothing in the spiritual handbook that says I have to take abuse, okay? So if you're feeling some sort of way, dial it back, stop the recording, come back another time, maybe after the 15th when Mercury stations direct. We also just had Mars station retrograde. He doesn't do that very often in the sign of Leo, another fire sign. So what you want to be aware of is there may be forces within you rising up, and then a triggering reading comes along, especially if you're like, well, this doesn't match what you've been saying all along, Laura. But my readings aren't designed to speak just to you and only you, precious. It's not designed for that. So I may be reaching out and scooping up other energies, and it just may not be your reading that I'm tapping into. Okay, it's a possibility. So I want to say that because I don't deserve what's coming at me. All right, and I'm not here for it. I'm not available for it. Okay, so let's jump in. I'm pulling the spread. It is looking at, for those of you who are interested, to see what's possibly on your path, what the overall energy is for 2025 in matters of the heart, what's coming towards you that you cannot see, what do you need to explore, what's a big lesson you may be learning, and what's available for you in your next highest timeline. All of that is going to require you to release something from 2024. Would you not agree? That's probably the best way to go. Here we go. So we're starting out here with the Lover's card. I'll wait for the clarifiers on that. Here, whole year, divine feminine energy. This is about you rising into the fullness of your highest vibration of divine feminine energy. What's coming towards you? Some wish fulfillment, some sense of emotional self-satisfaction, some emotional balance. That's very lovely. Something for you to explore is your ability to, put some faith and trust that the universe has your back. This may be about something that needs to be healed, but I'm feeling it's more about restoring some faith and trust, that there's a bigger plan. In fact, big lesson is about compromise. It's about meeting in the middle. It could be about a reconciliation, how to make peace, especially because this is the year that you may defend a position, and that could be the path to some victory. Okay, in your next highest timeline, yes, more healing. I do feel there's some healing here for you. I'm already seeing that in the star. So yeah, in your next highest timeline, some deep reflection that brings about some healing. So those are the overall energies coming through. Let's get some clarifiers. Why are we releasing an energy around the Lovers? The Knight of Cups, the Six of Swords, Justice. So what I'm seeing here for you, Cancer, or whoever you are watching, is there's been an imbalance, something that hasn't been fair, the Justice card, of course. You've been wanting to get beyond something that I feel there's been a failure of this person to choose you in return. So the lack of romance, the lack of the choice. The Lover's card is a sacred connection. And the Knight of Cups is the romance, right? Somebody that comes in and offers their heart, their love, their emotional vulnerability. And the Six of Swords is that peace of mind you get from that, and the moving to calmer waters. So I'm seeing this as it hasn't happened yet. All right. And the Justice card from the bottom of the deck is talking about that internal reference to something that's out of balance, where there isn't harmony, where there's not a level playing field, where there isn't something that feels fair and just. Okay. So what you're letting go of is that sense of, this hasn't been fair because what I have chosen hasn't chosen me. I'm not getting that emotional, payoff. Someone coming toward me with the romance, with the love, with the vulnerability that would set me free and give me the peace of mind. You gotta let it go. Am I telling you have to let the relationship go? No. Did I say that? No. That's not what I said. So please listen to what I'm saying. Okay, so we've got something here that doesn't smack as being very fair. And it is talking about a connection that you've made a choice, but it hasn't been chosen in return. And that is the message of the Lovers. They choose each other of their own free will. Okay, has to be reciprocal. So let's just let that go. And let's see what we have with the Empress. Seven of Swords, Sun, Ten of Wands. There's something that has been avoiding you, or you've maybe been avoiding yourself. Nothing really, it doesn't feel nefarious to me, but this is about your happiness. So you kind of have to rise above it. It's been weighing you down. This is the year to offload it. And I'm almost coming back to what you need to release, right? Because if we're dealing with Seven of Swords, so let's just say it's not really a person, but it's an energy. It's an energy of something that's been avoidant, something that you've not been able to kind of get beyond, that it doesn't feel fair or balanced or harmonious because it keeps trying to escape somehow, and it's been impacting your happiness, and it's been weighing on you like an albatross, very burdensome. This is the year that you have to release it. You have to rise above it and release it. Okay, so we're focused on our happiness, something that either we've been avoiding dealing with, that may be for some of you, or that you've been dealing with an avoidant person who hasn't chosen the love, that hasn't chosen the sacred bond, that hasn't come with the offer of love from their heart, so you could get beyond whatever the turbulence has been in the connection. So you're releasing your attachment to that. You're letting go of that. That doesn't mean the connection. It means that aspect of it. And let's see what's coming toward you that you can't see at this time in 2025. Nice. Bookends of the Nine of Cups. Very beautiful. So, what ends up happening when we let go of our attachment to what we want it to look like? Right? This is what we want it to look like. When we let go of our attachment to that, because we feel like that's where the peace of mind is. That's what's going to get us past all the difficulty. That's what's going to reestablish some sense of balance and fairness. When we let go of that, when we realize it's all kind of been a ruse, and it's been this avoidance game, and it's caused us a lot of pressure and tension and exhaustion, and a very heavy burden, something we've borne alone. And when we begin to kind of offload that and all the negative karma that comes with that, what comes toward us maybe is the opportunity to overcome that complacency that's been built into the connection. Sometimes the Nine of Cups is complacency. Things have gotten kind of good as they are, right? And we settle into a groove. And you may not like that. And you may be wanting the groove to change. And you got it stuck in your head what that would look like. The minute you let that go and say, yeah, I'm right. This is not working. And I'm going to focus on something else. I'm going to focus on my happiness in my life. And I'm letting go of this because it isn't working, that I have this attachment to something and my disappointment is greater. My sense of injustice here is greater. The imbalance is greater. I'm getting further away from something that feels harmonious and fair and loving. The minute you let it go, this is what happens. What you don't see coming is the ability to overcome the complacency with the past life soulmate. And what returns is a sense of, oh, this is how it could feel good, right? Because sometimes the ideal of great becomes the enemy of good. And I'm not suggesting that you fall back into complacency. No. I'm saying you kind of have to disrupt the pattern and therefore overcome that sense of, well, this person feels comfortable and I don't. You focus on something else that you feel good about and where you feel joy and happiness, and thereby you disrupt a pattern and you can overcome that sense of complacency and bring some new energy into the dynamic between you and your person. Now, there could also be someone new on your path from your past. It is possible. And in the extended I'm doing the readings for is someone from your past coming back, or is someone brand new coming back? And the someone brand new could also be someone from your past that you've never been romantically involved with, but that you know from a long time ago, or maybe even from a past life. So that's what I'm doing in the extended, just FYI. But I'm feeling that either way, this year you have both ends of your what's coming at you that you can't see involve a lot of wish fulfillment and emotional self-satisfaction by overcoming an obstacle. And in the mix is some sense of comfort and familiarity with somebody who's very special to you. I know. Past life soulmate vibes. Or someone you've known for a long time comes on the path and gives you that sense of, oh, this feels so good. So then you have to explore consciously. This is a conscious exploration now. The energy of the star. Three of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. There's the Queen, right? Defending your, and it's even, am I fully claiming my authority? Well, Queen of Wands is the authority. I like this because the star has healing properties. And underneath is that Three of Swords. For those who are new, welcome. I pull the cards from the bottom to tap into what you can't see, unconscious awareness, yours, another person's, or what's playing out behind the scenes. In any event, you can't see it. But this is like an internal reference, right? Like that reference of how exploring where you may have lost faith or hope because of how often you've been hurt, or what has set you up for a fall before, where you've gotten your, feelings hurt or your heart broken. So it's less about being in terrible pain, but where you haven't had the investment from the other person, specifically what you're releasing here from 2024. Where were you not on the same page? Where was the breakdown? Right? And it's about doing that from a position of strength so that you understand, right? Where's the buy-in? This is a card of cooperation, co-creation. And we have we have your divine counterpart. And that third pentacle is the divine, is spirit, is your trust and faith. That it takes that kind of connection between you in your power, in your authority, and in your sense of your connectedness to the magic of that, right? Of that dynamic. That there's a trinity here that supports the building of a proper foundation for a relationship. And maybe it's an exploration of where that didn't exist in the past, okay? And how that plays a role in disappointments, letdowns, heartaches, heartbreaks, etc. So just exploring it from a different angle, from a position of strength. But that Three of Pentacles is really important because it may be the missing link in past relationships, or in the fact that you're feeling something here isn't kind of leveling out. And then big lesson, Six of Wands. The World, Temperance, King of Cups. Ooh, I love that. Well, the World itself is a card about lessons. It's Saturn. Saturn is the great teacher and also the Lord of Karma. And you have another powerful card here, Temperance. And Temperance talks about, it talks about self-control and restraint, but also about going with the flow. Understanding that, in time, all energies come into flow and balance. It's just the way it works. And so there's a little less of a need to push. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, is it has to be this way. And that's really what you're releasing. And it's really been a frustration for you because it feels like it's escaped you a lot, or there's been a lot of avoidance for what it is you feel you needed to have. And the minute you let it go, it becomes a little easier. And I'm seeing, it's been a very common message. You're not the first person to get it. And it's been a triggering message. So buyer beware. Right, this is, we have the world is a wreath here. We have the wreath on the Six of Wands. It might be the path to victory. It might be where you have the winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, that's the lesson. First of all, come in peace. Second of all, maybe there is a path through some form of negotiation or meeting in the middle, or, forging the win-win outcome. What's another thing I like to say? Just sort of, where is our jumping off point? What do we agree on that becomes the basis of, oh yeah, like I'm picking up what you're laying down. And that's our jumping off point to build something cooperatively, co-creatively. And then you can kind of, just feel that sense of, now we're talking. Now things are moving in flow. And it's a compromise. That's the word I was looking for. It's an energy of compromise where we go, and now I can close out those difficult cycles because I've learned that art of forging a win-win outcome through compromise, from finding that jumping off point that we agree on, and then I can ease into a state of flow, and I'm more likely to have someone who comes from a cup full of love and emotional availability, King of Cups. And I don't have to worry about, the trappings of romance. I will have deep and abiding love. See the difference? It's more mature. It's more evolved. So that's what I'm seeing here. And in your next highest timeline, yes, healing the regrets of the past and the mistakes of the past concerning divine masculine energy, and finding the path to the reciprocity that has been eluding you and escaping you and avoiding you, right? There it is. This is the goal, the give and take of it all, the generosity. And you've been maybe despairing over it, and maybe mistakes have been made along the way. Well, in your next highest timeline, we heal that. And we move toward a connection that has more of the investment. We have explored the path to something where we're claiming our authority, and we understand that we have to start with some investment that feels like we've negotiated or compromised, or at least had a jumping off point that we agree upon, and that's the foundation upon which we build a solid relationship that over time, let me get to it, over time eventually grows into something generous, reciprocal, invested, committed. Got it? With deep love, comfort, warmth, and a lot of emotional satisfaction. So that's what I see. Okay? That doesn't mean you give up the connection altogether. No throwing the baby out with the bathwater unless that's right for you. I am still going to do an extended with someone new, someone from the past, someone new, could be still someone you know, but new romantically, because not everybody is in connection right now. And some people are in a long-term separation right now. So please take it as it resonates for you. And do not shoot the messenger, because I am over that. Okay, so before I give you the astrology, if you have enjoyed the reading and you're like, oh, yeah, I get it. And if you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe below. That's our energetic exchange, and I would greatly appreciate it. And the links to the extended are below. There are 3 options. You'll see option number 1 is a monthly renewal. Option number 2 is just this extended. So please make note of that. I do offer private readings. If you want something more specific to you, the link is a little further down from the extendeds. It will take you to my booking page, okay? So here we go. The Lovers is Gemini. The Knight of Cups is Pisces. Our Justice card is Libra. Empress is Venus, Taurus, and Libra. The Sun is the Sun, rules the sign of Leo. More Leo here in our Strength card. We've got the Star is Aquarian energy. Queen of Wands is Aries. As I said, the World card is Saturn, rules Capricorn, but also used to rule Aquarius. Temperance is Sagittarius. King of Cups is Scorpio. And the Emperor is Aries. That's what I have for you. I'm headed to the extended. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.